earlier was not to Indomie. You be for me, you know, in that fight.
2 minutes.
2 minutes, yeah.
I'll
2 minutes.
chop you.
Yeah. Have you seen the video?
Oh, I just the laugh. Sticker everywhere. Yeah, I just the laugh. Sure.
Let's go to Joanna real quick. Hey, Jojo.
Hi.
If I count the number of times you said, I love my individuality, girl, I like, it's okay. We know. That was a word you said a lot. Anyways, what was it about that? You always said that. Why was that?
So I was coming into the house, you know, as much as when you realize you have one opportunity to something, you are stuck with not just the idea, but the mindset of wanting to show that you want to be there for yourself.
But do you think that just being so fixated on that made you not experience, you know, the house fully? Do you think that?
Possibly, it's possible. That, but I feel like as much as that is in line, I tried as much as possible to also experience and show myself in various aspects in the house. And, you know, sometimes some spaces and some personal reasons you might not want to show. When I mean show everything, you might not want to give lapses because you don't know if it's a game or not. You don't know what other people have in their mind or what they're playing at. At some point, you get confused in the house if the person you're even talking to is really the person. Yeah, sometimes you see some action, you're like, let me just have the benefit of that because you are my friend.
Okay.
So,
yeah. All right. So my next question, though, before we get into business, the special reward thing with the red telephone. Let's just say Dede had picked that call, picked you, and you were actually evicted. What would be your honest reaction to that?
So we actually, the moment we stepped out the door, we spoke it together. Like, if this is an eviction, that's fine.
Oh, really?
And we were both laughing and crying at the same time, but tears weren't coming down. Like
But did you mean that? Because you know
yes,
how
I
at the
did.
moment you don't want her to feel bad.
Yes, I did. It wasn't just at the moment because if it was not eviction,
Yeah.
she definitely would have still wanted me to be there with her. So I don't think if there's no situation in that house that will make you want to blame someone. Like, for me, Dede is my friend.
Okay.
I want to blame her for it because if the reverse was the case, I wouldn't see it that way.
Okay. So we're going to get to Dede later, but let's start with the guys. So you and Victory, you know, it started with you and Victory, you know, you have that subtle flirting. He said he liked you, you wanted to be friends, but you obviously enjoyed the attention and, you know, the friendship that you guys, you know, had. I'm just curious if he had stayed longer in the game, you know, how do you think your relationship would have evolved?
I don't know if you can recall or if that part was even aired, but throughout that day of his eviction, we hadn't even spoken because on Saturday we had like a full-blown like an argument and a conversation where I'm like, I feel like I give you the benefit of that of us just being friends, and it wasn't working. It wasn't working.
It would have worked.
No, it wouldn't have.
But I thought when he left, you were like, you know, I miss my friend.
Of course, if you had a friend in the house, like Victory for me.
Yeah.
Victory he tried to watch my backs. Do you understand? Sometimes.
So
there was no way.
You sure didn't see him romantically at all?
No.
Even though I felt like he was a villain that should have stayed longer, you know, just for the spice
He is
of
a
the
menace,
game.
actually.
Yeah. Okay, so moving from Victory, let's move to the next guy, which wasn't a relationship. So if I want to paint this, like one of your top storylines, like what viewers loved, to be honest, was the dance. It was called the dance ship with Jason, and that was all it was for, you know, the viewers, at least for the most part of it. So it was like, you know, every pool party Saturday we're waiting for, like from the beginning, like you guys were trending. So it was something that was entertaining, but I found it funny, especially because we didn't see anything happen. But then it felt like you were, at some point, you were entertaining, you know, negative conversations about him, especially with Dede. Or, you know, just, there was a time, even when Rude Boy came, like, you would entertain it. Sometimes you would, like, say certain things. And to us, it just felt like, what's happening? Or make it even look like it was, initially at the time, it was more than what it is, which is just watching you guys dance. You want to talk to me of why that was?
It was never more than dancing. I feel like you already said, that's where we we just kind of clicked because those are things we individually enjoy to do.
So this is where I'm going, sorry. When you're having that conversation with Dede, so is it a thing where you're just trying to like, just because she's saying things like that, you're trying to like fill among or like inherit, her beef? That's where I'm coming from.
Dede has her own mindset. Joanna has her own mindset. Everything I said is, I will say it again. There are certain people, just because a person is a certain way doesn't necessarily mean the person doesn't have flaws too. Yeah. I also have that too. Everybody in the house had their individual trademarks that distinguish them from everybody. And for someone like Jason, he had that. At some point, I didn't even understand him. Do you understand? And that's where you begin to ask yourself if the person is playing a game or not.
Why? Why was that?
Because for me, I was just being myself. I was just trying to vibe. Do you understand? Have different relationships with different people. So at some point, I began to question if I don't know if you recall when we were in the room, I and Dede, when we were in the other secret room, and I'm like, do you think he could also be doing this because he had it with you and it did not work? I don't know if you
yeah, but that's the thing. What was he doing other than you guys dancing together and just little flirts here and there? What exactly?
So that could also, because Dede is my friend.
Yeah.
And if you studied meticulously, the week I and Jason almost started having a conversation was when I and Dede started getting to know each other.
Well, you guys personally. Have been dancing though.
Exactly. We've not been dancing before then. Like the first week, yes. The first week, I didn't know Jason.
Okay.
He was the first person that came to meet me. That during his first diary session, Biggie asked, because usually Biggie asks the question, who have you not clicked in the house? And he said Joanna. He just wanted to get. So after a conversation, I'm like, okay, I don't know you surface level anymore. So let's see. So the only thing we clicked on was just, I don't know if you recall, I and Jason never even had like strong conversations as much as
in the beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I mean, I get you, but what it just looked like was after he had made that statement to Biggie, coincidentally, you and Dede got close, so, it was like, okay, will he still, be close to you? But we're going to move away from Jason because of time, and I want to keep it fast-paced. To Faith, he likes you. You friend-zoned him. I'm not sure what. Yeah, that's it. That's
all shocked because everybody's like, "What? We're tired already." I'm like, really?
That's what it was. But how would you explain your? Why did everybody react like that?
Because it's not true. Because exactly.
Tell me the truth.
Every time everybody's like,
What is the truth? You did not friend zone him.
I never friend. If he was my closest friend in that house.
Okay, so
I feel like he was the only person who I could. For some reason, I was kind of rigid to myself too.
So should the statement be he liked you and you liked him back?
Yes, I like Faith as he's my friend. Yes,
I
tried as much as possible not to, because I wanted. And if you notice, Faith, there was never a time he said, "Oh, I really like you."
Even without him saying
there was never.
It was obvious.
There was, and you know why? Because he was trying to also respect the fact that I just wanted to be on. I didn't want the whole ship tag. Can we not?
This your season, aside from Brighton Morgan.
Can we not sail anywhere?
All the ships have K legs. Okay.
I said Brighton,
maybe we would have seen more if you guys said it. But then again, if you say it's not friend zone and Ebuka is asking you, and 2 times you did say we're just friends, how is that not friend zoning him?
But we're friends.
I mean, you could have said a little more, I like him even though I don't want it to go far. At the
end of the day, you guys just the way I didn't even say so much is interpreted as something else. If I say too much, you still be interpreted as something else. So the viewers, people have diverse ways of reading everything because you have diverse opinions. So yeah.
So you liked Fitcha?
Yeah, he knows that
nice,
too.
Nice. So I think I know the answer to this one. In a world where you weren't about your individuality, who would it have been? Would it have been Faith, Jason, or Victory?
Would have been Faith, actually.
Another 2 applause in the day. Kuture, real quick, we don't have time. All right. Hey, Kuture.
Hello.
I actually missed you in the house, though.
Thank you.
It was because, it was just different. You had a lot of memes. I think my favorite was the one where you were in the dressing area naked and have you seen that video? And you were rolling.
Doing Indian move.
that was absolutely, hilarious.
Thank you very much.
Anyways, you came in and you said you were not looking for love.
A dime.
Ooh, okay. And of course, you came out loveless.
Yes, no.
But you quite interestingly, you secured immunity really early in the game. Tracy saved you as head of house. Fast forward, Zita becomes HOH. You're trying to lobby for her to save Tracy, which made her not save anybody at the end of the day. So what was it you really felt for Tracy, regardless of how it played out? What was it you really felt for her?
I felt like she's my friend, and I felt like she's the one doing more for the friendship, bringing more. I feel like I'm not giving her more.
Okay.
Like from the saving to the picking, to the choosing me to be our guest and all that. Looking out for me and all that. So whenever I'm up in HOH Challenger, I try to do my best. So I'll be HOH and return the favor. So
you felt gratitude. That's all you felt for her. It wasn't anything else than gratitude. That's interesting. Okay, so only you gossip, only you instigator. And I know you said you were unbothered by it, by the label. It's okay with this, I don't know. But I want to know, in the real world, is that who you are, or that was just for the game?
In the real world, I guess they should see my circle. They should speak or ask my circle a certain question, so they will know the real me. Because I don't do too much, I don't speak too much. But in a space where there is no internet, you have to talk. It might be about someone, it might be about anything you feel. Everybody has their own expression. Everybody has their own impression. Like the first 2 weeks, I don't like Didi because she says she don't like people.
I remember that.
I told her. I said, Mom, first 2 weeks, I don't like you because this is that. So everybody has their own explanation of the person. So it might be to their advantage or disadvantage, speaking good of the person. Or person might piss you off now. You go and meet your friend like, sweeting this guy do, sweeting this guy do. That one can go tell it first and say, sweeting culture, say you do, not true, not like, all this kind of stuff. So,
yeah. But I think the one I usually catch sometimes, Sha, you know how someone will say something about someone and then somehow you just randomly throw it in. She talk calm now. She talk calm. So were you saying, not that I have a problem. When you say things like that, was it because you actually want them to clash, or you were just saying it?
People, they talk things for people back, they don't fit talk for their phone. Yeah. So if you get my English, if you talk something for person back, if I talk say you talk and talk say yes, I talk and like Bright now. If you talk something now, he just say Bright talk and you say yes, I talk and I'll not say yeah, sharp.
So you wanted the drama, sharp.
Make I know whether your mind reach now. Not to talk something for people back.
Okay. All right, moving on from that. Another thing you were known for was pressing chicks. When I say chicks, I'm talking about the behind. Pool party, particularly with Imisi and Isabella, right? But then, of course, towards the end, I think they have shippers. What are they called? I don't know, Shakoy and Isabella. Kobella, yes. So towards the end, it was not like... what's going on? Why are you affecting our ship? I think there was a conversation that you moved to her bed or close to her
Isabella.
bed. Yeah, you moved close to her bed. And she was like, what is wrong with culture? So were you trying to move to Isabella? Or what were you trying to do?
I just play with her,
So you knew what you were doing?
No, definitely. She has told me she liked going.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she asked me a couple of things. I said, Mom, I know we put man for boyfriend and girlfriend matter. If you like and do your thing, but me, I shall not say we be friends.
Why did you move close to her bed? What did you say, Bray?
Hey.
What did you say?
I say Isabella like almost everybody. Almost all the guys in the house.
Real.
Aside from Koi, Kaikumi, I think she liked you as well, right?
No.
Who else did she like? Aside from you guys.
Hey.
What do you mean?
She no come meet me say she like me now.
Real.
Real now.
Okay, so it's to back to culture. So why did you miss her bed?
I feel Kiki was evicted. She was down. She asked me if I could come close to her bed. That time, Tracy was stayed there. So I told her, don't worry, I will be there till you sleep. So immediately I saw that she has slept off. I just left the bed and all that.
So you're just offering comfort at the time.
Yeah.
Where was Koi at the time, though?
That time, you and Queen, they know how the package.
No, this one, they don't need package. This one where you talk. You move close to her bed.
Okay. What about that time we could want to everybody women so they find who you go actually?
So they find who you go.
Na yours cruise, nothing more.
It wasn't because we saw a little. It wasn't romantic, but some kiss here and there where you try to hold that. Pool party. You held her face. You kissed her. It was a quiz one. Then there was another one that she pushed you. There was one that she pushed you away.
I dance now.
Now just dance.
Yeah, nothing more.
You sure?
If not say I'm another way, no. But sure, no say me and the person we get the thing. No say it clear.
I go lie for you.
Never tell lie.
All right, so let's move on. Hey, looking at time, real quick. You seem to really like Jason. And he seems to really like you. You have like this mutual likeness for each other. What was it about Jason for you?
Jason and my Kuture 100.
Where's the Kuture?
My guy. Whenever my ride will die, anytime, any day, I do him back 100. So I feel like we understand each other. Yeah. So
okay. Looking at the time, but one of your viral moments as well, which I mentioned earlier, was not to Indomie. You be from you, in that fight.
2 minutes.
2 minutes, yeah. 2 minutes.
Chop you.
Yeah. Have you seen the video?
Oh, I just the laugh sticker everywhere. I just the laugh. Sure.
But speaking of, food, you had quite, the appetite in the house. Guy, you too like food. You too like food. But normally, do you eat that much outside?
Not that much, but I like food. Just leave it like that.
Not that much.
That's
make you want to eat it.
Why were you eating as much as him?
I think I was eating. I did add a lot.
No.
Call her the chop too now.
Everybody.
But you know the chop at a go. Me and the chop.
It wasn't like culture. It wasn't like culture. Because I remember Denari even, because I asked him when he came, was like, there was a time he was like, he called you a big animal because of food. Anytime you see food, your animal instincts.
I like food.
But when last did you deworm?
I don't do. Don't do how deworm.
Maybe you need to deworm though.
Don't do how deworm.
Go deworm. Go try.
Thank you.
Maybe not the deworm.